Many seniors are surprised to learn this, but if an airline cancels your flight, changes your seat, delays your baggage, or causes you to miss a connection, you may already be entitled to help, accommodations, or compensation. These protections are not special favors, and they are not rare exceptions. They are real rules that already exist, yet most travelers are never clearly informed about them. Because airlines don't always explain these rights up front, many seniors quietly accept inconvenience, extra costs, or physical strain simply because they believe there is no alternative. Over time, this creates unnecessary anxiety around flying. Airports can feel confusing, delays feel overwhelming, and small disruptions can quickly turn into exhausting situations. Flying does not have to feel this way. When you understand your rights before you travel, even unexpected problems become easier to manage. Today, we're going to go through the real, verified travel rights seniors have when flying, based on U.S. regulations and well-documented airline policies. Nothing in this video is a trick or a loophole. These are protections that already exist and are meant to be used. My goal is to explain these rules in clear, simple language, so the next time you head to the airport, you feel prepared and confident instead of uncertain. Let's begin with one of the most important topics for senior travelers: mobility assistance. Under U.S. law, airlines are required to assist passengers who have mobility limitations or disabilities. This assistance begins as soon as you arrive at the airport terminal, not just once you reach the gate. Support can include wheelchair service, help navigating long distances, guided assistance through security, and help reaching baggage claim or ground transportation at your destination. What many seniors don't realize is that you do not need to be permanently disabled to request this help. Assistance can be requested for fatigue, balance concerns, joint pain, breathing difficulty, or trouble standing for extended periods. Even temporary or age-related limitations qualify. Some seniors hesitate to ask for help because they don't want to feel like a burden or slow others down. It's important to understand that these services exist specifically to reduce physical strain and prevent injury. When assistance is requested in advance, airlines plan for it, and the experience is usually smooth and respectful. The best approach is to request assistance when booking your ticket, confirm it again during check-in, and remind the gate agent if necessary. Doing this ahead of time can completely change how manageable the airport feels. Next, let's talk about seat changes and paid seat fees, which frustrate many travelers. If you paid extra for a specific seat, such as an aisle seat for easier movement or extra legroom for comfort, and the airline later moves you to a different seat that does not provide what you paid for, you may be entitled to a refund of that seat fee. Federal consumer rules state that optional service fees must be refunded if the service is not provided. This includes seat selection, preferred seating, extra legroom, or similar upgrades. Many seniors assume that once the airline changes a seat assignment, the decision is final. In reality, if the airline did not deliver the service you purchased, you can request your money back. Keeping a screenshot, email confirmation, or printed receipt makes this process much easier. Even if the refund request happens after your trip, airlines are still required to review it. Now let's move on to one of the most misunderstood areas of air travel: flight cancellations and major schedule changes. If your flight is canceled and you choose not to travel, you are entitled to a full refund, even if your ticket was labeled non-refundable. This is a federal rule. The same principle applies when an airline makes a significant schedule change. If your departure or arrival time changes by several hours, or if your origin or destination airport changes, you are allowed to decline the new itinerary and request a refund. Many seniors lose money simply because they believe they must accept a voucher or travel credit. That is not true. Always review schedule changes carefully. Ask yourself whether the new timing is realistic, comfortable, and safe for you. If it isn't, requesting a refund is a reasonable option. Let's talk about missed connections, which can be especially stressful later in life. If your first flight arrives late due to reasons within the airline's control, such as mechanical problems, maintenance delays, or crew scheduling issues, the airline must rebook you on the next available flight at no additional charge. While hotels and meals are not guaranteed in the United States, many airlines do provide them when the disruption was caused by their own operations. If you have mobility limitations, medical concerns, or difficulty standing in long lines, explain this calmly to airline staff. Seniors are often prioritized when needs are clearly communicated. Even when delays are caused by weather or air traffic control, you can still request help with alternate routing, accessible seating, or early boarding on your new flight. Now let's discuss baggage issues, another area where seniors often assume they have no options. If your checked bag arrives damaged, report it immediately before leaving the airport. Airlines are responsible for damage that occurs during handling, including broken wheels, cracked shells, torn fabric, or damaged handles. The age of the suitcase does not automatically disqualify it from compensation. If your baggage is delayed, airlines typically reimburse reasonable expenses for essential items you need while waiting. This can include toiletries, basic clothing, and other necessities. Saving receipts and submitting your claim promptly makes reimbursement more likely. Mobility devices receive even stronger protection. Wheelchairs, walkers, scooters, and similar medical equipment must be returned in the same condition they were received. If a device is damaged or lost, airlines are required to repair or replace it. Always inspect your device carefully before leaving the airport. Next, let's talk about denied boarding, which happens when flights are oversold. Airlines regularly sell more tickets than there are seats, expecting some passengers not to show up. When everyone arrives, they first ask for volunteers to give up their seats. Volunteering is always optional. If you have medical needs, mobility concerns, or time-sensitive plans, you are not required to volunteer. If you are denied boarding involuntarily, compensation may apply depending on how long it takes the airline to get you to your destination. Always ask what compensation is being offered and how it applies to your situation. Let's also talk about communication during disruptions, which is especially important for seniors. Airlines often make announcements quickly or update information digitally without much explanation. If something is unclear, it is completely appropriate to ask a gate agent or flight attendant to explain your options in simple terms. You can also repeat important details back to confirm understanding, such as your new departure time or gate number. If you are rebooked, you can ask whether an aisle seat or a seat closer to the front is available. These requests are often easier to accommodate immediately after rebooking, before boarding begins. You can also request extra time when boarding or exiting the aircraft. Airlines are required to allow passengers to move safely, and that includes moving at a pace that works for you. Another commonly overlooked area involves optional service fees. If you paid for early boarding, priority services, extra baggage, or in-flight amenities that were not provided, you can request a refund of those fees. Even if the flight itself was completed, these fees are refundable when the service was not delivered as promised. Let's briefly cover tarmac delays. When an aircraft is delayed on the ground, airlines must provide access to restrooms and drinking water. If you need assistance during a long delay, notify the flight attendants early. The crew cannot help if they don't know you need help. One of the most effective tools seniors can use is simple documentation. Taking a quick photo of your boarding pass, departure board, baggage condition, or receipts can make follow-up requests much easier later. Using multiple communication options also improves your chances of getting assistance. If airport counters are crowded, try calling the airline, using live chat, or messaging through the airline's mobile app at the same time. Finally, a few thoughtful planning habits can prevent many problems before they start. Early morning flights are less likely to be delayed. Avoid very tight connections. Request mobility assistance in advance if needed. Carry essential items such as medications, glasses, hearing aid batteries, chargers, and a change of clothes in your personal item. The most important thing to remember is this: you are allowed to ask for help. Knowing your rights does not make you difficult. It makes you prepared. These are the real fact-based protections seniors have when flying. When you understand them and use them calmly, air travel becomes safer, easier, and far less stressful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more senior-friendly travel tips. And as always, safe travels.